Alright, I got a 2002 Mitsubishi Montero Limited. I have yet to see how to remove the cluster on one of these bad boys. Only on forums. And it's pretty easy on forums. It's just a couple of screws, but there's no how-to videos. I use a little stubby Phillips head and like a regular Phillips head screwdriver, and if you're really fancy, a long one. But anyways, you got to remove two Phillips head screws here and there. Once you remove those two, this plastic bezel comes out. And once that plastic bezel comes out, you'll be able to see 4 screws. And I'll show you here, mine only has 3. But there's one up in that corner, one over here, and another one down in this corner. Once you remove those screws, you just basically pull the whole cluster towards you. On my 2002 Montero, there's no wire ribbon or anything. It's just like 3 giant connectors, and I'll show you that here in a little bit. All right, once you got those 2 screws out, you want to pry this bezel out. Sometimes it gets jammed, I'll show you here, in these corners here, and just kind of be very gentle with it. There's 2 little pops that go, one here and another one over here, just on the bottom. There's no screws on the bottom, so you just kind of, I have a upholstery panel removal tool. It's really nice on this string. I've been using it a lot. But see, I'm just kind of jamming it in there. See how it kind of it comes down. With one hand, it's a little difficult. And if you need more room, you can lower it down the steering wheel. Mine's all the way down here, and so here. Get in there. Get my finger in there. See here. Kind of see how it's starting to bind, like this is all open and that's not. So bear with me here for some awesome camera work. There it goes. And then this side over here, kind of same thing. You can almost see the thing move. There it goes. Snap, crackle, pop. Done. Bezel comes out. Super simple. Now, the screws. Man, look how close we are. One down there. And 2 up there. Mine's missing right there. There's like a little plastic T-nut behind there, but it's gone. It's an old truck. I don't really care for it. So anyways, this is kind of where I cheat, and you can just use a regular Phillips head screwdriver. I'm just using a long one just because, you know, cluster things. So remove these 3 and I'll show you what's next. Alright, now that we got the 3 screws removed here in the top, sorry for the camera angle, steering wheel's kind of in the way. Now you just kind of want to move it back and forth. You'll see how it moves, and on the top it doesn't really want to move. Well, that's where the 3 giant pin connectors are, so you kind of have to shimmy it back and out. And as you know, you'll see that it will become disconnected because my door's open. And once that light goes out, can't believe mine still works, but it comes out. Oh, there you go. Disconnect over there at least. And then we're back connected. Oh, there it goes. Boom. Kind of tilt it out and off to the side. There's the 3 giant pin connectors. There's your cluster and everything. It's actually kind of easy to work on. Mine speedometer wasn't work. Turns out the little thing behind it that's connected to the needle was actually rubbing up against the plastic speedometer thing, and it was like catching. And so a little bit of JB weld so it'd be nice and flush up against it again, and it works perfectly fine. How you do that, and remove that plastic bezel and that one, and it's all good to go for you. and then pretty much opposites. And since I'm already done with this stuff, I'm just going to throw it back together. Just got to guide those 3 giant connectors on the back to those 3 giant pins there. And I kind of found out when you're installing it back is to kind of do a swooping in on the top first. And then like kind of this. That. And then in there like so. And it's cool little trick is to help you learn line up the holes for the screws. If you can. Looks close enough. Yeah, it looks like I may have lost that one too. Oh well. Yeah, look at it, I'm already kind of connected in there. Just kind of shimmy her in there. Make sure the bottom tabs are in. Looks like we're just about there. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Door light back on. Alright, and once you got your 4 screws in, or if you're me, you only have 3 because that one came with the track missing. Make sure that the screws are the golden plated ones, because you'll have the black plated screws. It's more to match the color of that bezel for those screws, unless you're just lazy and just throw the screws anywhere. They're the same size, pitch, thread pitch, and everything. But anywho, now that you got that far, just kind of throw this back in. I'm kind of doing like a swooping action too, in there like that. Kind of helps. Get in there. Okay, maybe I'm not. Just get in there somehow. Plastic thing. Okay, bottom first. Helps. Alright, see here. And if you look underneath, you can, there you go. You want to make sure those line up there with that little white piece to that hole that the clip goes into on both sides, so you can just get it in nice and snug. And actually, it's actually very useful to use your phone. Oh, look, I broke that one off. Neat. Cool. And once this pops in there like that, remove those little smudge marks, and then I'm not going to videotape the rest of this, but, you know, just your black screws, you know, just right back in there. And that's how you take your cluster on and off, or off then back on a 2002 Mitsubishi Montero Limited. And I got the 3.5 liter V6, whopping 200 horsepower. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.